gather round, gather round. There's plenty of beach for everybody. But if we could please form somewhat of a semicircle so that everybody can hear the demonstration. I'm sure we'll all have plenty of time on this holiday to get to know one another a bit better. But I'll start off by introducing myself. If we are all here, that is. Everybody accounted for. Okay, you've all signed your names. Great. Well, if we haven't met at the airport, my name is Becca. I'm not only your holiday representative throughout your stay, I'm also a qualified snorkeling and diving instructor. So, lucky for you all, we get to follow everyone's journey, having a look around the island, really getting to know what this place has to offer. So I'm really pleased about that. I can imagine that this is not everybody's everyday scenery, maybe more so for others. I think I can see a few familiar faces. But anyway, regardless of whether this is your first snorkeling session or not, I'd presume so because we are starting day one with snorkeling rather than diving. What is the first thing we are going to need in order to venture out into the water? Anybody? Yeah, that's right. We're going to need some protective gear of some sort, whether that be a wetsuit or a rash guard or a combination of, like such. Now, we personally use Axesea as our chosen brand of choice. Reason being because they are eco-friendly, so we're confident that when we are going into the sea to have a look at the sights underwater, we're confident that we're not harming any of the natural going on down below, so that we can have a look at the fish and the coral without disrupting it with any chemicals. So that's one of the reasons why we've chosen Axesea as our chosen brand. We've also got some pretty stylish gear, as you can see on the rack to your sides. You're spoilt for choice. They come in a variety of sizes as well, so you could try on what we have available and see which one best suits you. It's going to give you 50 UV protection from the sun, but at the same time it's going to protect you from the cooler waters. This particular one that I'm wearing is a thinner material, so it's a combination between a rash guard and a wetsuit, and this is a body so that I'm nice and protected when I go in the water. Browse away by all means. You're going to need to kit up, so choose any from the rack to your side. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. I mean, the main takeaways is that it's going to keep you warm, protect you from the sun, stylish, and it's also breathable as well. Yeah. I'll give you a chance to put on your Axesea gear. Photo opportunities later, of course. Yeah. Well, I will need to go back on the rack at the end. However, if when you come back from this lovely getaway, if you wanted to purchase for yourself, you can either go to Amazon if you're in the USA, or alternatively outside of the USA you can go directly to their website. So, first things first then, protective gear. I can see we're all kitted up nice, looking very fashionable. So, next thing then, what are we going to need in order to be able to go into the water? Anybody? Yep. So, waterproof shoes. You never quite know what you're treading on. As clear as the water may be, there may be things just below the surface. So, waterproof shoes is going to provide you with some grip and also some protection on your feet as well. Again, provided on the rack. If you could find your shoe size and slip those on for me, that would be much appreciated. And on this occasion, as advice, will be snorkeling. So, any beginners in the crowd today? Yeah, so snorkeling is a great introduction to getting into the water, and then if you feel confident, another day you can book a diving session, and we can then familiarise ourselves with oxygen tanks and everything to that effect. Some people feel intimidated starting off with diving, so that's why I always like to start with snorkeling and then work our way up. Okay, everybody got their wetsuits and their shoes on. Great. And then, considering we're snorkeling today, I'm going to need to provide you with some goggles and snorkels. I'll just go get those all for you now. Let me just head count how many I'm going to need. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let me just go fetch those. Bear with me. Side on the other rack. You just take it one by one. All of these snorkels are sanitised after each use. I'll just give you a chance to get that all fitted. goggles need to fit in a way that it forms a suction so that no water is clouding up your vision. I can imagine you all have a list of fish that you're hoping to see. So the last thing that we all want is improperly fitted goggles clouding your vision. Anybody that needs some help fitting their goggles, just put your hand up. I'll be more than happy to help. Looks like you're all managing fine there. Okay. Don't we look like a bunch of tourists, for a lack of a better word? But that's okay. That's exactly what we're here for. Okay, anybody have any underwater cameras? Okay, so just to make you aware then, you will be bringing in your cameras at your own risk, so please do make sure that they are waterproof. If they're not specifically made waterproof cameras and you've got like a case of some sort, just to reiterate, it is at your own risk. Okay, you are responsible for your own property. Now, in this particular area, does anybody know what kind of fish we might expect to see? Yep. Did somebody say Finding Nemo in the back there? No, well, you are right. You will see some Finding Nemo fish, or rather clownfish. If you're lucky, they do tend to migrate, but ideally this is the perfect temperature for them, so we should be lucky. If anybody is, again, looking for a photo op, mainly we'll be seeing a lot of exotic marine plants, for those that find that exciting. And if you don't, once you're under the water and you see the variety of colours and the swaying in the water, you might in fact become a fan, even if your first intention is to see the fish. Now, we do respect the waters, so no grabbing, no harsh movements to startle the fish. They are wild after all, so though they sometimes see us swimming about, we like to keep an air about us that we're not threatening. So if you could all please respect that as well, and not thrash in the water or try and grab any of them, because otherwise the fish are just going to move elsewhere and not swim amongst us. Pretty self-explanatory really, but you all seem like a group of people that are here to experience what this place has to offer, so I'm grateful for that. Okay, as I've been talking, you should be practicing breathing techniques with snorkeling. This is the reason why it's good for beginners, because you breathe much like how you do above water, and provided you keep the snorkel above water, then you're going to be just fine. The waters are pretty shallow, and the advantage of us having the fish trust that we're non-threatening means that the fish are in fairly shallow waters too. I think over the years they're kind of just at peace that we're here swimming along with them. So if at any point you're getting tired, just swim to shallower ground and stand up, take rest, and then continue on with the rest of the group. And if for whatever reason you're following behind, don't feel any obligation to catch up to the rest of the group. By all means, it's important that you just go at your own pace. We'll all meet and re-adjourn right here at this spot. I appreciate it is a big beach, but just look out for the Axesea rack and you'll know where to go from there. I mean, it never gets tiresome. I've been doing this for a number of years now, and I'm very lucky, very blessed that I can do this as a job. I really enjoy the fact that I go from the beginning of your trip and see you through to the very end of your trip, including every aspect of that. I think that's why I trained as a diving instructor, because it is very rewarding, rather than just shuttling people from the airport to the hotel. And this is my view on a daily basis, so very lucky. Now, one thing we like to do, a game we like to play, is discuss what types, species of fish we've seen along our journeys. You get bonus points if you can tell me the name or correctly name the fish that we've seen throughout this session. We'll just check that everybody has got the breathing down for the snorkels. So okay, and if any water should fall into the snorkel, you can just drain it out and continue on as you were. Same situation as water in the goggles, just be sure to reseal and then you can enjoy snorkeling again. So that's the basics done then. We all look zipped up and ready to go. Is anybody nervous or excited? Yep, that's good to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear. Well, you're going to be telling stories about this for years to come, I can imagine. And I can appreciate many of you will want to go on to diving lessons thereafter. It's more so for the adrenaline junkies. We'll start off light and then we'll take it from there. So, shoes all on. Yep, I'd say we're good to go then. Right, well if you're all ready, then if you could come with me, and we shall begin in shallow waters. We'll get acclimatised to the water, though the weather on land is very hot, the water is notoriously cooler. So that's why we wear our Axesea wetsuits. And you should all be wearing sunscreen, just as a side note. So, that's the mummy lecture in me out now. So if you could all follow me, and we shall begin.